Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to another cozy episode of The Gentle Path, where we explore ways to cherish our health and happiness on this beautiful journey of aging. Today, let's talk about something that might seem small at first, certain itchy spots on our body. But, it's funny. Sometimes it's the small things, those little whispers from our body, that carry the loudest messages. So, have you ever noticed an itch that doesn't seem to go away, no matter how much you scratch? Maybe it's on your legs, your back, or even your palms. It's easy to brush it off as just dry skin, a reaction to soap, or maybe an irritation from clothing. And yet, what if that itch was really your body trying to get your attention, saying, "Hey, there's something going on inside. Please listen." Today, we're going to look at 5 specific itchy spots that could potentially point to deeper health concerns, and what you can do if you've noticed them. Think of this as a conversation between our bodies and our wisdom about what's happening beneath the surface. Let's start with the first area, your lower legs. Have you ever experienced that itch around your shins or ankles that just keeps coming back? This could simply be dry skin, but as we age, it's worth considering another possibility: your circulation. Our heart works hard to pump blood down to those farthest points, and with age, our circulation naturally slows down. Poor blood flow in the lower legs can result in dryness, thin skin, or even a nerve-related itch. And for some, it may even be an early warning sign of peripheral artery disease, or PAD, which can increase the risk of heart attack and stroke. Take James, for instance, a 73-year-old I recently read about. He had noticed his shins felt itchy every evening, especially when he was settling down to watch TV. At first, he thought, well, it must just be the weather drying out my skin. But when he mentioned it during a routine physical, his doctor discovered that his circulation was compromised. After adding a little more movement to his routine, short walks after meals and some gentle leg stretches, and focusing on staying hydrated, James not only saw the itching subside, but felt better overall. It's a tender reminder. Sometimes we need to lean into those small adjustments to care for our precious bodies. Want to check your own circulation at home? Try pressing on your shin for a few seconds and then letting go. Does the indentation linger longer than expected? If so, it might be time to bring it up with your doctor. Early action can make such a difference. Now, let's move a little higher up the body. Have you ever experienced an itch on your upper back, maybe near the shoulder blades, that no amount of scratching or lotion can soothe? Interesting, isn't it, how stubborn those itches can be? Sometimes, though, this type of persistent sensation could be related to nerve irritation, specifically from your spine. There's even a term for it, notalgia paresthetica, caused by compression or damage to a nerve along the spine. As we age, the discs in our spine can lose hydration and shrink just a bit. It makes sense, right? Just like a sponge drying out. But those changes can compress the delicate nerves in that area. That itch, then, isn't really your skin crying out. It's your nerves sending what I like to call confused signals. If left ignored, nerve compression can lead to bigger troubles like posture issues or spinal pain. I remember reading about Roger. He's 68 and had this exact issue. He described the itch as different. Deeper, he said, not the kind of itch a good back scratcher could fix. And wouldn't you know it, his doctor found that some mild spinal degeneration was to blame. A little physical therapy, some changes to posture, and daily stretches brought Roger relief. If you've noticed an itch in this area, try pressing on it. If it feels tingly or oddly deep, not really itchy on the surface. Think about having it checked. A bit of attention now could save your mobility later. Next up, and I think this one might surprise you, persistent itching on your palms. Have you noticed this? It can be frustrating, can't it? But here's the thing. Your palms could be trying to tell you something about your liver. The liver is like the body's silent workhorse, processing toxins and producing bile to break down fats. When it struggles, say due to fatty liver or bile salts building up in your blood, it can cause itching, especially on the palms or the soles of the feet. I remember reading Walter's story. He's 72 and noticed his palms were itchier in the evenings, but he thought, maybe I used a hand soap that's too harsh. It wasn't until liver enzyme tests revealed that he had early-stage fatty liver disease that Walter made the connection. And here's the hopeful part. Small changes, reducing processed foods, increasing greens, drinking more water, helped ease his symptoms and improve his liver's health. If you're noticing itchy palms, take stock of other potential symptoms like fatigue or a yellowish tint to your skin. It's always better to catch these things early. Now, this next one truly underscores the message that our bodies speak to us in whispers before they shout. Have you noticed your scalp feeling persistently itchy, even without dandruff? Believe it or not, that itch could be linked to your blood sugar. Elevated blood sugar, especially over time, leads to inflammation, and often that kind of low-grade inflammation affects the skin first. For some, it's a sign that their body is struggling to regulate blood sugar, potentially an early warning of prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Richard's story comes to mind here. He's 69 and noticed his scalp felt constantly dry and itchy. He switched shampoos, used medicated lotions, and nothing seemed to help. Eventually, a fasting blood sugar test revealed he was in a pre-diabetic range. It wasn't too late, though. With some small but meaningful changes, less refined sugar, 20-minute walks. It made a tremendous difference, not just for his scalp, but for his overall health. Keep your eye on signs like this, because addressing them now could save you from bigger challenges later. Finally, let's talk about our feet, specifically the soles. If you've ever noticed a persistent itch on the bottom of your feet, especially in the evening, you may want to pay attention. This could be linked to nerve damage or even the early stages of neuropathy, which is often associated with diabetes or poor circulation. Consider Frank, 74. For him, this itching was the first sign of underlying nerve issues linked to blood flow problems. Overlooking it might have led to numbness or even long-term foot injuries, but with care, regular foot massages, improved diet, and mindful movement, he's slowed down the nerve damage significantly. So, my friends, as we wrap this episode, here's my invitation to you. Listen to your body. It's a marvel, truly, the way it sends us signals. Some are loud, like pain, but others, like persistent itching, are quieter. Whether it's on your legs, your back, your palms, your scalp, or your feet, take a moment to ask, what is my body trying to tell me? And if anything feels off, trust your instincts and check in with your doctor. Because above all, you deserve to feel well, body, heart, and soul. Let's keep this conversation going. Have you experienced any of these signs yourself? Maybe you've learned something new from today's talk. Either way, I'd love to hear how you're tuning in to what your body is telling you. Drop me a comment below, and let's support one another on this gentle path we share. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until we meet again, take care of yourselves. You're so very precious.